Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hi. Sorry I'm late. I just wasn't doing too good today. Give me a 5x5. Hey. Pam, Chi Virgo, Patrick, Trier, Nico, hi. Yes, guys, today I'm gonna give off the wealth management questions. I'm gonna give banks for the states that I have them for. And also we'll do a Q&A because there's really not a lot of news. And then, but first I have to clear some things up. I'm also going to show you 2 videos and also show you a gift letter. So please have like your like a pen and paper so you write stuff down. So in case this gets stolen, you guys already have it because you'll have it first. Brandon, hi. He's asking what rate am I hearing for the Iranian Rial? I'm hearing 350 in my opinion. Hi, Solo Queen. And a lot of you guys have been telling me about ivermectin. Yes, I am a nurse and I know about ivermectin, but the medicine that I'm on right now, I can't take it. It has an interaction. And if I stop taking my chemo meds, I could put my body in shock. Patriot girl, Shammy. How's everybody doing today? Oh, actually, wait. I did just get an article. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, Livestream. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Roland. I'm just waiting for some people to come over. No, Goldie, I haven't. I did try like ivermectin, and it just literally like made my feet so swollen, like I was getting too much fluid. So it just sucks. I'm just. It's affecting my blood sugar because I also have diabetes too. So hello. Mateo, about the Bolivar, I still think it's gonna go in the first basket, but I don't have much details more than that for that. Hi, Margarita. And please like, subscribe, and share, guys. Pam Reese, hi, how are you? In my opinion, 386 to 420 for the Iraqi dinar. Hi, Stoked. I'm trying to get there. Okay. Well, listen, I take all of your guys' advice. I just have to at this point, and I am an RN myself. I have to follow my doctors. Once I'm done this medicine, I'm gonna look for, alternative things. Uh Sassafras, no, not at this time. Oh wow, live stream. To my mods, if you see a Sabrina Crockwell or Robert Chandler, I want you to block them immediately. And I'll explain to you guys why. And mods, please type in caps. I'm going to get started in about 2 minutes. Yes, Margarita, you can exchange it as many banks as you want. I'm going to go over exchange procedures tonight. I'm going to talk about what tier 1 banks are, what you have to do, what the exchange process actually is, everything. My mods answer questions in chat as well. Oh, and guys, by the way, thank you for voting for me. I made the top 10. So you could start voting again on that same link because it's going to be down to the top 5 this Thursday. Punky Orbit. My gut has been wrong so many times I don't even know what I can predict anymore. So anything is a possibility. I'm at an any day, any time basis at this point. KHR, what have I heard also in my opinion? Oh, thank you, Robin Parker. Appreciate it. I'm still they're not. I mean, I've heard eBay has it. But I'm not really I don't know how much I trust unless it's a reputable seller on eBay. I'm also gonna go read the bank story from Hawaii one more time for people that missed it. That's gonna be a great YouTube tonight. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. And I'm sorry for the way I look, guys. I'm trying to get better. Yes, that's my opinion, Kenneth. He said, commented on a rumor before asking your opinion on Dong was exchanged at 212. Yes, that is my opinion. Oh, there's a big thing about Vietnam. Hang on one second. I'll pull it up. Um, I have amazing people that find information, research, and not steal from others. So were you guys able to see that Fox video that I was talking about? Oh, just got so the nuclear agreement between Washington and Tehran could freeze the Iranian program for 25 years, guys. So they'll have no access to their nuclear program for up to 25 years. I don't have the Wise account, Nancy, but I know people that do. Hi, Papa G. I'm looking for that. I'm going to get started, guys, okay? Looking for this Vietnam. Okay, so listen to this article from Vietnam. Vietnam forecast to become second largest economy in South Asia. So you think they're becoming a central largest economy at 25,000 dong for a dollar? No, I don't think so. Robin, a Wise account is so you could basically deposit your foreign currency in there, and then once it changes, it automatically you have access to it. It automatically goes to your bank account from Wise. But you could deposit it now in there. So, the Center for Economic and Business Research, CEBR, forecasts that Vietnam will become the second largest economy in Southeast Asia after Indonesia and the 20th largest economy in the world by 2026. So, they're talking about Indonesia and Vietnam. The Center for Economic and Business Research was quoted by the Vietnam News Agency as forecasting that Vietnam will become the second largest economy in South Asia after Indonesia. Oh, I just read that. According to the CBEBR's report titled World Economic League Table 2022, as of 2021, Vietnam was estimated to have a purchasing power parity adjusted GDP per capita of 11,608. It said Vietnam's economic growth story has been nothing short of a miracle, with the DOI MOI renovation reform mid 1980s coupled with favorable global trends enabling the nation to achieve rapid economic growth and propelling the country from a poor country to a lower middle class country. Vietnam aspires to attain high income status by 2045. For this to happen, it must grow at an annual average rate of approximately 5% per capita. Nonetheless, it faces key challenges on its path to becoming a high income country. With global trade declining, this is all telling you that they have to change the rate. With global trade declining and its population aging, it needs to improve its policy implementation performance drastically, particularly in the sectors that will be severely affected by automation and climate change. Between 2021 and 2026, CEBR forecasted the position of Vietnam in the World Economic League table will improve considerably, with its ranking rising from 41st to the 20th by 2026. So there's a lot of things that they have to do to get themselves, you know what I mean, in line with if they want to achieve all that stuff. Let's see. I get all these messages. Two IRS crypto directors stepped down after accepting Dodge resignation offer. We're still waiting on the Ukraine-Russia peace agreement. In my opinion, that's pretty big for this RI. Also, the Iran nuclear stuff to be finalized. Yes, Cameron, I'm going to read about Warren Buffett. That's the next article I'm going to read. I have that. Okay, so here's the Buffett article from Reuters. I'm going to read it to you guys. Okay, so as many of you know, Warren Buffett is the acknowledged second largest holder of the Iraqi dinar behind President Mr. T. As far as publicly known figure goes, this is a quote of Buffett's from a couple of hours ago. This is actually from Buffett himself. On currencies. Obviously, we wouldn't want to be owning anything that we thought was in a currency that was really going to hell. There could be things happen in the United States that make us want to own a lot of other currencies. I suppose if we made some very large investments in a European country, there might be a situation where we would do a lot of financing in their currency. In other news, the IMF announces their refreshed SDR exchange rates, the rates for groupings of countries that are similar to each other on the 5th. A lot of other related to the Iraqi financial things happen on the 4th and the 5th, as well such as MasterCard turning debit cards on for Iraq's worldwide and large payments to employees. Word is there will be a big speech Mr. T gives on Tuesday. So the IMF basically released a whole bunch of new rates, and the Iraqi financial things usually happen on the 4th and the 5th. Okay. So that's kind of big. In my opinion, Kelly, anything is possible, and banks are closed till the 5th. Let's see, hold on. Warren Buffett also announced that he would pass the reins as the CEO to Vice Chairman Greg Abel as the president over his 60th Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting on Saturday, giving views on everything from trade to investment opportunities for the conglomerate. Okay, guys, so I'm going to pull up the wealth management question right now. And please remember, if you try to get charged for this, you already have it. So please write these things down, okay? Because there was over thousands of emails to get this, and it's just a lot. I'm gonna get. I also wanted to get something off my chest as well. So you know what? Actually, let me do that now, and then we'll jump into the wealth management questions, and we will go over the bank info, and we'll go over the exchange procedures, and then you guys could ask questions. Okay. So I actually wanted to show you two videos. So apparently, one thing I don't deal with is negativity. And as I promised you guys, I was never gonna bring up scammer ever again. But yesterday, one of the people that are very close to me, it's also one of my mods, was accused of things during a live stream on another content creator's site, which she had nothing to do with. So, in my opinion, she was embarrassed. She was accused. She was basically just like, it was just disgusting what they did to her. So, the two people I want to mention, the first person is a moderator for Scammer, uh, who is a disgrace to even look at. She looks like the ugliest man. Sorry, God, for even saying this, but I'm so mad about what happened. It happened to Patriot Girl yesterday. She looks like a man that was like, took a overly amount of steroids. Just awful. And the fact that this, whatever, I can't even, gonzo giant that's like not even proportional, had anything derogatory to say about one of my mods and accuse them. Stay on your Scammer's channel, Sabrina Crockle. Don't you ever, ever accuse one of my people of stealing information from Frank26 and bringing it on my site. Okay? Ever. You're a disgrace. You're disgusting. Get off the steroids or whatever you're on. Okay? And don't ever say anything about somebody I care about ever again. You disgrace. All of you were reported to YouTube. And guys, please do me a huge favor. I want you to report to YouTube Melanie Hines for harassment and bullying. Go on the comments for Sabrina Crockwell and Robert Chandler and report them for harassment and bullying. They attacked Patriot Girl yesterday. They're saying that we're stealing their information. Their bank story that I had emailed to me from Hawaii, they're saying it was stolen. No, it wasn't. So I sent an email to Frank and Tink yesterday with a link to my last live stream and also the copy of the email with the bank story, because I'm not going to put up with anybody I care about or my mods getting accused of stealing information. Okay? Because I know they're on watching and they go and they steal information from Frank, from Mark, from everybody, and they bring it to her. Her intel source is bullshit. Okay? It's bullshit. It doesn't exist. That video she keeps showing, I'm going to show you the actual video. The person that she's showing you that supposedly got shot, Jack, is bullshit. The person that actually got shot was Pimpy, and the video was from Afghanistan. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm also going to show you how she rips off a bank, okay, and thinks it's great because she thinks she was given a blessing from God. She's a thief. She's a scammer. She's apparently, you'll hear, she's under investigation, and she's been called out. She has no military sources. All her information is garbage, and it comes from Shafak News, okay? And I'm over this idiot. I am over her. I'm over her stupid, disgraceful moderators who have no clue what the hell they're talking about. Okay? And for them to come on and make Patriot Girl feel the way she felt yesterday, I'm disgusted. I am completely disgusting. And I'm just over the top. Like, I am I just had to get it out. So, just if you guys see them, Sabrina Crockwell and Robert Chandler, I want you to please, 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 if you like me and you care about me, please go to YouTube and report Melanie Hines for misinformation, for harassment and bullying, and Sabrina Crockwell and Robert Chandler for harassment and bullying. She's putting out fake information. Her strategies are garbage. Do you realize she stole strategies from TurboTax, and that's what she's selling for tax strategies? She has never, ever experienced an exchange ever. How do you give advice? You're clueless. You're clueless. She was telling people to go exchange Saddam Hussein notes. She is clueless. She has scammed people over $250,000 for her stupid horses, her dogs, all her crap. It's all stolen. Like, she scammed people for it. She's a scammer. Her garbage relive or whatever the hell it's called, multi-level marketing. Like, I'm disgusted. I'm so listen. Just please report her. Please follow Q Idiot, because that man is exposing her for the scammer that she is. And there might be a lawsuit against them for what they did yesterday. And I believe they're stalking Patriot Girl. So they were reported for that. And I will be contacting an attorney because they are defamating my channel and accusing my mods and me for stealing information, apparently. So just please, guys, if you see them or comments from them, please report them immediately. And her as well, for harassment and bullying and for misinformation. So I just want to show that quick video so you guys can see that it was actually Pimpy that was shot. And I'm sorry about that, but that made me so mad. Like, all right, hold on. And then we'll get back to we'll get back to what we were doing. Okay, it's only 6 minutes. Yes, Big Daddy Swan, yes. He said, if someone has 10 million dinar, do you have to show a receipt when you cash? I would. And none of this is financial advice, by the way, guys, okay? I don't claim to be a financial person when I'm not. You know, when I got fired from Price Waterhouse, a CFO at 32. Yeah, okay. You got fired. You got canned. And you had to come in and get your stuff when they were closed. So shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. And YouTube should take your dumb, sorry, disgraceful looking behind off of YouTube. You're not gorgeous. You will never be. Your husband is not hot by far, not even close. And stop. You say you don't use filters. Dude, have you looked at yourself like on a normal day without your disgusting false lashes? You're disgraceful looking. Sorry, God, again. Okay, guys, here's the video. I really want to get back into my stream, but I had to get that off my mind. I want you guys to know who she's about, and do not follow her. Do not. Just keep reporting her, please. 1 second. Oh, my God. Hold on.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What's going on out there, peeps? So I'm sitting at home and I'm just relaxing. A friend of mine calls me up.
Gigi, I'm going to say all the bank info in this stream tonight.
He got hit by a bullet. I said, what about it? He says, well, Q Idiot just exposed Melanie Hines and she used her video. And I said, what the hell? So I wanted to go look at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we found out. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. So first of all, you got to love Q Idiot. He keeps exposing all the lies and scamming that Melanie Hines does. If this is the video, let's go ahead and take a look at it and see if this is true.
So I got a little bit of movement in the little tertiary valley to the left. It's pretty good. Oh, shit. Can you see it?
Brandon, Yellow Dragon bond rates 3 to 5 million.
Oh man, I remember this video. Big time.
Just shy of
Yes, Nancy Hudson. That's correct. Her question is, if a rate comes out at 3, would you take that
Yeah.
amount and X times it by amount of currency you
a
have?
video
Yes,
of what
that is
happened
correct.
over there.
Actually, it's we'll see.
Paybacks are hell. I know. Guys, it was a sniper in the mountains that
It was
got
actually
a high
Pimpy.
position over the base where they were, or they said when they were in the mountains or whatever. So,
What a freaking liar she is.
Yes.
and that was
Yes,
from
Gigi.
the Military Services YouTube channel.
Actually, it was.
U.S. Forces Revenge on Taliban Sniper.
I don't think that so-called Jack, I guess Jack is her intel person. I don't think that any Jack lied to her. I think she made Jack up.
So that's why we need to continue to pray, guys. It's real what they're looking in.
This chick is evil, claiming to be talking to God, lying to her listeners, and creating false intel people that don't exist, and then trying to show you a fake video of her so-called intel being shot.
Yes,
She's a
Mike,
fake,
he
she's
was.
a fraud.
They're dealing with, right?
He fought for this country, and then she's saying somebody else. It's oh my God, it's
So guys, that was
crazy
not a
what she
video
does.
game, that was reality.
She knows full well that this video
Yes, Gigi, 3 to 5 million apiece for the Yellow Dragon.
showing it as it's valid. But she don't care. It destroys her narrative that Jack is who he says he is.
It's the actual video of when Jack got hurt.
No, it's not.
It's actually Pimpy that got shot.
Released it.
Let's look at another one.
Mary Sue would be
Alright, so
the
here
U.S.
is a
Treasury for
copy
the
of
Yellow
the
Dragon bonds.
Video that Melanie's showing you. This is from like 2 years ago.
This is the fake video that she's
Check out
shown.
the movement in the little Treasury Valley to the left. There's 3 dudes. So you're good looking.
The fact that she's an idiot.
After this video, I'm done.
Between Afghanistan
Vince.
and Iraq is just unbelievable. This is an old video, by the way. This one says it's from 2 years ago. Let me show you the actual video. See this one from 10 years ago? Airstrike on Taliban sniper. 10 years ago. Let's go ahead and watch the thing.
So I got a little bit of movement in the little Treasury Valley to the left. And there's 3 dudes. It's a vehicle.
Oh shit, look out. Pimpy got hit.
It's just right through us, sir, right here.
This is the bullet that hit Pimpy.
Yeah.
We have to do all it takes to protect an American hero
Still warm.
like Pimpy.
We got a bunch of these that we were just shot at by the enemy from that hillside. This is a disc around a little over 12 millimeter diameter round. Very deadly. Gonna hit you.
Hey Chris, are you still sending fake intel to that idiot Melanie Hines? Yeah. She believes anything I say to her.
Right or back?
Yes, Pimpy gave permission to show this.
Yeah, so I'll leave a link so you guys can come and see this video from 10 years ago. And she's trying to lie to you. See, I don't think she has an intel person named Jack. You notice how all her intel people can change their names? You know what I mean? She's just a freaking liar. She can't help herself. She's a habitual liar, and people like you guys keep listening to her and believing her. She had one from 2 years ago. This one's from 10 years ago. And it's not in Iraq. It's from Afghanistan. And I guarantee you, now that she's been exposed, you know what she's going to tell you guys? Well, that person lied to me. It's not my fault. It's the intel person's fault. There is no intel person. She just keeps lying to you. Every time she gets caught, she changes the name of whatever lying intel that she has. She's a fake and she's a fraud. And I've been exposing her ass for a long time. You idiot as well. There's plenty of people out there that are exposing her lies. Carl's been doing it recently. Maria and Nicole's been doing it. A lot of other people out there are doing it because they're just tired of her lying because she's ripping off a ton of people. Now, I heard rumors that the FEC is actually going after her and there's a lawsuit pending. I hope that's right and that's not fake, but I'm just telling you, that's the news that I heard. So I'm hoping it's true. But when it does, trust me, we're going to plaster her ass all over YouTube and expose her and just say, look, here you go. She got arrested. Let's find out if it's true. I hope it's true. And I hope she gets busted. She's a fraud. Anyways, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I get you later. I'm out.
Okay, so now that you guys saw that and you saw her intel is all about, I'm done with her. I will never mention her again. And let's move on and let's do what we do here. But just so you know, there's no military, there's no intel. It's Shafak News, and it was actually Pimpy that got shot and not a fake Jack. Okay? And nobody stole information from Frank. That's what I want to really get out there. No one from my channel, my mods, or anybody stole information. It's her people that steal. Please report those people for me as much as you can to YouTube. Okay, let's answer some questions. Oh, Gigi, believe me, I got her handled. Okay, so let's roll. Patriot Girls, right? And let's give a big, Patriot Girl and Shammy. They're amazing. They're my mods. Love them both. So let's thank them for being here. And Patriot Girl, I'm so sorry that you had to put up with what you had to put up with yesterday. It wasn't fair to you. Okay, question. You're welcome, Callie, babe. Okay, so apparently there is a case against her. Okay, hold on. Let me move on and see some of the questions. The pet petty stock. Maria, have you heard from Nader lately? No, I have not. Pocono Rudy, my mod just answered that for the aggro checks. He said, I'm sorry if it's a he or she. Does anyone know the Zim aggro checks will RB at? And that was in Afghanistan, not Iraq, by the way, like she says. Callie Babe, she's asking, do you believe in contract rates or Forex rates? I believe in Forex rates. Darlison is asking, any news on Yellow Dragon? I've heard 3 to 5 million per bond on the Yellow Dragon bonds when they come out. And you will be able to exchange them at the U.S. Treasury. I hope that answers your question. And then another person told me 2 to 4 million per bond. Gigi, so May 4th and May 5th, per the article I just read from the IMF, is usually when Iraq does their stuff. Michael Kelly's asking, is Iran still in the first basket? Will sanctions slow progress? So apparently once they make the nuclear deal, in my opinion, the sanctions will go away, and it is a very high probability that Iran will change their rate and be in the first baskets. Mike Wallace, Maria, your thoughts on Zim being legit? See, this is my thing. Zimbabwe is a very, very wealthy country. They're wealthy in gold. They're wealthy in a lot of different, like they have a lot of assets. So, but I am not very sure that Zimbabwe is going to, that Zimbabwe is actually going to change the Zim bonds, but anything is possible. But they are very wealthy. I mean, they could do it. I've heard that they're waiting for a new president. So like their Zig currency isn't doing so well, but I heard, it's a possibility. And it's a possibility in the first basket as well. Stoke, do you know if Yugoslavia will go? I don't. I'm sorry. Gigi says, I believe that there are a couple of dark horses. I agree with you. And I believe that Iran, Real, in my opinion, and does Venezuela and Bolivar are two of them. Andy Wilson, what about real dong rates? Any idea? I've heard anywhere from 47 cents to 212, in my opinion. Barb Dillon, any updates on rates? Dinar, dong, Zim, rupiah. In my opinion, dinar 386 to 420, dong 47 cents to 212. Zimbabwe, I'm hearing like 10 cents possibly. I might be wrong about that. I have to do more research on them. And Rupaya, $1.40, in my opinion. Barb, hope that answers your question. Robert G, use the name of that won the Derby today and your accent. Did you grow up in Jersey? No, actually, I'm Russian and I grew up in New York. And I didn't watch the Kentucky Derby. Callie Babe, Shammy or Patriot Girl, can you answer Callie Babe's question, please, about the aggro checks? Sally, well, Mark Z would know about Zim more than I would. Yeah, Nader's kind of been, I don't know, MIA a little bit. Normie Woo, she says, any truth to the idea that the RV is waiting for XRP to go to $10, $15 first? I don't agree with that. No. XRP is paired with IQD, and XRP is going to be used for and is already being used for cross-border payments. But I don't think they have to wait. And remember, the TIR system, the IQD and the currencies on the TIR are using already XRP for their cross-border payments. Hey, Don. Yes, I made it. Hey, Don, you had some news I heard. You want to share your news on here? Ophelia Cruz, do the dinar vary with the pictures they have in front of the woman? Does it? Because I'm holding 2 dinar and they have different pictures of women in the front. Ophelia, so the dinar, I'm going to show you which dinar's in circulation, okay? So any dinar with any type of affiliation with Saddam Hussein, you cannot exchange. Cannot exchange. It's out of circulation. It's the 25K notes and the 50K notes. Okay, so here's a picture of me actually at the bank. Can you guys see? Can you guys see? I'm trying to see the currency actually. See the currency? See, that's the 50K dinar note. You guys see that? It's a pink note and it's a brown note. I'm trying to get. 1 second. I'll get the picture in a little bit. I want to get back to your questions. Normie, I'm gonna give out banks on this stream. Espresso Nuevo, he says, is it possible to wait until 2026 for IQDV and D? Thanks. No, I don't think it's possible in my opinion. Mary Sue, yes, they do verify your notes. It's going to be 2 wealth managers. They're going to use a currency book, and then also it's a machine. It's called a currency verifying machine where they put your note in, and it actually populates on the screen. So they check the validity of your note first, and then they check the value. No, the 25K note is good. I said any note, Don, with Saddam Hussein's face on it is not good. I did not exchange. I was at the bank for a bank appointment, and I had some currency deposited. So once it changes, it'll automatically deposit in my account. It is possible, Gigi. Yes. So Bruin, yeah, it's the Delarue machine, but now it's called a currency verifying machine. LW. Hi, welcome. Thanks for being a subscriber. Will there be any chance that the currency RV in a way that it doesn't allow us retailers to exchange? No. Everybody will be able to exchange. The only difference is the citizens of Iraq will get lower denoms. But we're going to be able to. So because the lower denominations and the 3-0 notes are going to be like side by side for 10 years, they're going to coexist. You'll be able to exchange your notes. But like the supply and demand, it will be 90 days. Gerald, you're nice. I went to Chase, Mary. Mike, if I was to guess, I mean, it's at any day, any time. Like, they could pull the trigger in any moment. I think every day is our day. Thank you, Tavis. Hi, Wisdom Truth. Oh, did I cover it? Is it better now? It's better now? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go through. I'm going to go through some questions to ask wealth management. Then I'll show you guys what a gift letter looks like and explain that. Then I'll explain the tier 1 banks, and then I'll explain the exchange procedures, and then answer some more questions. And yeah, and then I'll read the Hawaii bank story again, and then we'll call it a night. How does that sound? Does that sound good? No, Gigi, I don't look good. This is far from my best. Like, my hair is like falling out. It's really horrible. I don't want to keep you guys all night on a Saturday night. All right. So if you guys have a pen and paper ready, I'm going to go through some of these questions. And if you hear them somewhere else and try to get charged for them, please don't pay for anything. Come here, you'll get free information. Yes, Pam Reese, I'm starting right now. Okay, so here's some of the questions that you should ask your wealth manager, private banker. D's, any news for Aussies? There, HSBC. Look into HSBC for exchanges. Okay. Yeah, Sally, I can't have extensions right now because they just come out. Okay, here's some of the questions you would ask wealth managers. Mods, if you guys could answer questions in chat while I'm doing this so that I'm like focused, I would appreciate it. Patriot Girl, you on? Oh, thank you, Gerald. Again, I'm not doing anything. I didn't even move anything, or I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Is that better now? Okay. Let me find out where she's at. Hold on. Okay, so what the first question you would ask them is, once you're already meeting, this is once you're already meeting with the wealth manager, okay? What type of bank accounts do you have available? What is the FDIC coverage on this account? Can you explain to me how the following bank accounts operate? So there's non-interest bearing accounts. There's the MCA accounts, which is a multi-currency account. Oh, thank you, Don J. So the multi-currency accounts, that's where you deposit your currency and wait till they exchange to the rate changes, and then it changes into the American dollar. So there's different types that are available. And then there's interest-bearing accounts. What amount am I required to leave in each account? What other products and services will be provided to me today with these accounts? That talks about your perks, which I'll show you pictures of some of the perks that are offered in private banking and wealth management. What other products and services will be provided to me today with these accounts? What are the fees associated with these accounts? Does your bank have a wealth and trust division separate from the retail side of the bank? I need some certified checks made payable to whatever you need made payable to. Can you assist me? How much cash can I take with me when this appointment is completed? There's a $5,000 limit per day. You could take out cash. Limited cash and a certified check is what we recommend. If I come back to exchange more, will I have the same rate? No, you will not, because the rate fluctuates. So from what I'm hearing, it's going to be a managed float, which means that it's slowly going to go up and down. It's going to be controlled by the CBI. The sound is still good. Let's see. What products and services will the wealth management team provide? Explain to me how the sweep process will work. What are the advantages and disadvantages of these accounts? Will loans and lines of credit be provided? Is this account active to receive bank wires now? And they're going to explain the process to you. What products and services will come with the wealth management team? Please go over all of the documents with me that I will be signing. Tell me a little bit about the history of this bank. How are my deposits protected against bank collapse, government theft, and bank theft? What kind of interest rates will I be looking at? What type of credit cards and debit cards do I qualify for now? What are my checking and savings account options? If I have questions tomorrow, who do I need to contact? Well, usually you would contact your wealth manager. Do you have a business card? Is this currency exchange taxable? And what is the rate of the tax? Will this transaction be reported to the IRS? Tell me about your online banking. What is the cost to execute trades, bonds, etc.? What type of additional insurance can I place on my money via private banking and wealth management? Is there an exchange window if I have more currency to exchange, which is 30 to 90 days, like I said? Is my money protected against the devaluation of the USD? Tell me about your bank perks. Are there any stipulations with the contract rate, if available? But I don't believe in the contract rate. I think it's like the oil credits. That's the only contract rate that I believe they will offer. My mods are answering the question. I'm trying to get through all this right now. Can I contact my attorney before I sign these documents? What are the stipulations on the market rate? Can you show me the rates on the screen? So the rates on the screen, that's what they'll show you. Like I said, they'll put it in the machine and then the rates will populate. Will the rate drop if I come back to exchange more currency? Well, it goes up and down. But if it's a managed float, it's just changes all the time. But it's it's controlled by the Central Bank of Iraq. If it's a fixed rate, it's just going to be one rate. And then there's a dirty float where it's also supply and demand. If I have more currency, can come back exchange at the same rate? No, that's not. You won't be able to do that because it changes. If I have more currency, are these different rates? Is there a cap on the amount I can exchange with your bank? Can I exchange with my LLC, IBC, or trust? Am I exchanging into new treasury notes? If I use my multi-currency account, will my currency stay in the currency or convert to USD? Your currency will convert to the USD. Yes, that's correct, Petty Stock. You could always look at Forex or like the XC exchange and see what the rate is. So, and when you come back, the bank has actually a screen, like a big screen that shows all the rates that they're exchanging. Hold on. What is the insurance coverage on my deposits? Am I exchanging to Federal Reserve notes or Treasury notes? Can you explain your bank's Basel status and how did your bank rate do in bank stress tests? How much does your bank have in derivatives? Wait a minute, my computer's about to die. Hold on one second. I gotta plug in my computer 1 second. Ugh. I don't want it to die on you guys now. I'm gonna plug it in too. All right, hang on, guys. All right. Okay. I am back. How much does your bank have in derivatives? And how would you rate and compare your bank to other institutions? How have the new OCC regulations, Volcker Rule, DODD, Frank, and Basel requirement impact your bank? Can you explain to me how your finance reporting works? What type of account are these funds going into? And I do not want to commingle different currencies and would like separate accounts for each currency, which you guys could do even in MCA accounts. Like multi-currency accounts, you don't have to just put in one currency. What is the difference between a currency exchange and a currency investment with your bank? What other options are available if you decide to exchange more currency, and is my exchange rate negotiable? Please show me the rates currently on your bank screens before I exchange. So what that means is basically you want to ask, like, what's the current rate? Because remember, I told you guys there will be a spread that's included in your rate. Okay. So say a rate is $3. You probably after the spread is from 0.5 to 2 to like 3%, whatever they offer. But if you have a lot of currency, or if you have a group of people that will go with you, you'll be able to negotiate better. Or you could say, that's all the meds I take. You see all that? And you could negotiate better. And or you could say Chase is saying, oh, we'll give you, 1% spread. You could say, oh, well, Wells Fargo, for example, in my opinion, gave me a rate that's, 0.5. I'm going to go there. I'm going to take my money there. And if you have a lot of currency, obviously they're going to work with you because you have what am I trying to say? You basically have stuff to work with, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Now I'm going to show you a copy of the gift letter, and then I'm going to go through some banks. Looking for my files. How do you guys like this live so far? Papa G, I would say, like 50 million IQD, in my opinion. Where's my files? Okay. So here's what a gift letter looks like. Can you guys see it? You could like screenshot it. If I can get it off of like, how could I do it so that hang on, I'm trying to. Can you guys screenshot that? Can you screenshot that? Were you able to screenshot that, guys? Try to screenshot that. All right, I'll just send emails of the gift letter. Okay. All right, let me go now through some banks, okay? Did you hear Mr. T wants to be the next Pope? That would be crazy. Okay. I'm going to start out with Arizona. Oh, I don't think so, Shalita. I'm sorry. I don't think it'll be around $3. Hang on 1 second. All right, so I'm going to start out with Arizona. Still haven't gotten California or I think Bolivar like 2 to 5 cents. Yeah, I had an emergency. Hi, Rich. Okay, you ready? Arizona. It's a Bank of America, 4201 North 24th Street, Phoenix, Arizona. Phone number is 1-800-432-1000. Gigi, only my moderators writing caps, please. Then there's a Wells Fargo. It's in Washington Street, Phoenix, Arizona. It's 1-800-869-3557. JP Morgan Chase, Phoenix, Arizona, 1-800-432-3117. PNC Bank, Phoenix, Arizona, 1-888-762-2265. National Bank of Arizona, 602-381-3600. Now I'm going to do New Jersey. Bank of America, Secaucus, New Jersey, 1-800-432-1000. Wells Fargo, Jersey City, South Jersey City, 1-800-869-3557. Chase Bank, Jersey City, New Jersey, 1-800-432-3117. Citibank, 611 Washington Boulevard, Jersey City, 1-800-374-9700. PNC Bank, Jersey City, New Jersey, 1-888-762-2265. Now I'm going to do Florida. Bank of America, Fort Lauderdale, 1-800-432-1000. Wells Fargo, Cape Coral Gables, Florida, 1-800-869-3557. Chase Bank, it's 1111 Brickell Avenue, Miami, Florida, It's their corporate office. It's 1-800-432-3117. And the corporate office that's in Fort Lauderdale is 1954-712-8400. And see, all this information is free. You don't have to get charged for it. Citibank, Biscayne Boulevard, Miami, Florida, 1-800-374-9700. PNC Bank, Brickell, Miami. 1450 Brickell Avenue, Miami, Florida, 1-888-762-2265. And Truist Bank, it's Orlando, Florida, 1-844-487-8478. I'm going to do Texas next. These are banks that are going to be exchanging foreign currency. All right, I'm going to do Texas and then Oklahoma. All right. Texas. Dallas, Texas. It's a Chase. 1-800-432-3117. The corporate office is in Houston. The phone number is 713-262-3300. And that's for Chase. Bank of America, Dallas, Texas. 1-800-432-1000. Corporate office is in Houston. I just gave you the number for that. Wells Fargo, Dallas, Texas. 1-800-869-3557. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. The Bank of America corporate office is in Houston. The number is 713-386-4000. The Wells Fargo corporate office in Houston, the number is 713-485-4000. Comerica Bank, I've never heard of them, but people apparently went there. It's in Dallas, Texas. Phone number is 1-800-266-3742. Then there's a Frost Bank. Has anybody ever heard of a Frost Bank? Cullen Frost Bank. Anyway, it's in Houston. It's in San Antonio. And the number is 1-800-513-7678. Texas Capital Bank is in Dallas, Texas. 1-800-839-2224. And Prosperity Bank, Houston, Texas, 1-800-729-3328. Did I do Oklahoma already? Trish, if you can just Google corporate numbers, go ahead and Google them. Like, I'm trying to give information here that people have went there and got this information. If you don't want to do that, like if you guys want me to stop giving bank, I just will. And then you could just go and Google them. It's up to you. Seriously, like, can you just Google corporate numbers? There's the numbers to actual branches. Like, I gave addresses to some of them. But you also got to understand that all this information is going to be stolen. And these are all tier 1. All right, here's Oklahoma. Bank of Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, 866-257-8462. MidFirst Bank, 16417, Edmond, Oklahoma. One second. Oh, by the way, this is Melanie Hines' protector, Sabrina Crockwell. I just had to show you. Somebody just sent me her picture. It's hilarious. Just had to put that out there. I'm sorry. Hang on, guys. Oh, and look at this. Look how all the rates, half the rates are gone. They were gone off the CBI. You see? And then they came back on. No, Mary Sue. No, you don't. That's included. I don't have as New York as of yet. Hold on, I gotta find. Okay. So there's a Chase in Oklahoma City. Phone number is 405-235-3131. Chase in Tulsa. Phone number is 918-581-8070. Chase Bank in Norman, Oklahoma, 405-573-4411. Okay, Wells Fargo, Oklahoma City, 1-800-869-3557. Wells Fargo in Tulsa, 1-800-869-3557. And Wells Fargo in Norman, Oklahoma, 1-800-869-3557. Jay, I would look into HSBC in Canada. I'm going to read the Bink story one more time. And then I wanted to play another video. And then a few more questions, and then we'll be done. Okay, guys? And if you guys please hear any of this information, report her immediately. And please let me know. Let us know by email if she's stealing this, because I'm sure she will. Yeah, if Nico is still on, he has information in Cali. I will be putting information in as soon as I get more. No, Don, I don't have Michigan. All right, so here's the... Here's the bank story from Hawaii. Hi, I'm one of your new subscribers. I wanted to share information about one of our banks here on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. A friend of mine has been randomly checking some of the largest banks here in Hawaii to see if they're able to exchange foreign currency, such as the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. We always get the big no. However, that friend just went to First Hawaiian Bank in Oahu, which is the second largest bank in Hawaii, and was told that the bank has been training on foreign currency exchanges, but they're unable to share more information since they had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He was referred to a number to JP Morgan instead. We don't have JP Morgan, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America in Hawaii. This is great news since this is the first we heard that a Hawaii bank was training for the foreign currency exchange and that the employees had to sign NDAs. Mahalo for all you're doing for us currency holders. Let's go. I thought that was a very sweet email. All right, let's go back to your questions. Andrea Calloway, the email is dinarinfo, one word, lowercase, 2024@gmail.com. My mods will put it in the chat. Oh, Shami, thank you. Just put it in chat. Yeah, you don't want to sign anything. But this is currency, so you're just exchanging money for money, cash for cash. Wellward is asking when I gave AF Miami, Florida, Brickle. Just replay the video and you'll see. Wellward, see, when will they start exchanging? As soon as it hits Forex, the foreign exchange markets. As soon as it becomes international. So no longer 1310. Yeah, do not sign NDA. Nothing like that. Because you're going to get your money taken from you. Say, if you tell somebody how much you got, they could take it all from you. So you never want to do that. And you never want to go to a redemption center. The only, it's called Tier 1 banks. Let me explain what Tier 1 bank. They're the biggest banks. Basically, PNC, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America is considered a Tier 1 bank. Okay? They were saying that, and they're redeeming banks because they do currency exchanges, but they're not a redemption center. So, for Zimbabwe, if it does go, there's going to be a section at Wells Fargo. That's what I heard. I heard Wells is going to be the participating bank. That's going to be doing the Zimbabwe. Either that or the U.S. Treasury. Just like with the Yellow Dragon bonds, it's going to be the U.S. Treasury. So a redemption center, let me explain the difference between a redemption center and a Tier 1 bank. A Tier 1 bank, like I said, is like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, they're considered PNC, they're considered Tier 1 banks. HSBC is an international Tier 1 bank. A redemption center, like the ones you never want to go to, is some, say a center just randomly gets set up. And they say, oh, well, give us all your currency. Or I've heard examples of they're like, oh, give us all our XRP. And then you give them all the information and you never see your money or your crypto ever again. You don't want to do that. I don't believe in those kind of redemption centers. I believe in redeeming banks, tier 1 banks. You also want all your currency to be verified on site. So they tell you, they usually send the currency out to Bank of America in Miami, and it takes a couple of days for them to like verify it. You don't want to do that. You want to ask them, oh, you want to send my currency out somewhere? Okay, so tell me exactly where you're sending it. I'm going to go there. Do not leave your currency. Absolutely do not. Like when I went and they were checking it, I was behind the teller's desk. I was going, you're not going anywhere with my currency. Take pictures of front and back of your currency. You want to look at the serial numbers as well. Write down the serial numbers on your currency. You should have a bank account prior to the exchange. It's easy. You can open one online. Doesn't matter if it's a checking or a savings. What I would bring with you to your currency exchange would be an ID, like a driver's license, proof of address, and I would have receipts on me in case they ask, like where you purchased it from, to prove that you don't have like counterfeit currency or, things like that. I would talk to a CPA, to a lawyer, and a fiduciary financial advisor. Make sure they're fiduciary. Yes, AF, that's correct. Whatever the rate comes out at, that's where the float would start. He asked if the managed float would start at $1 or $3. Yeah. No, the only banks I've heard they're going to exchange Zim, if Zim is going to be exchangeable, is just Wells Fargo, in my opinion. And again, guys, this is not financial advice. Hi, Raymond. Thank you so much for subscribing. In my opinion, for the dinar is 386 to 420, and for the Vietnamese dong, 47 cents to $2.12. Big Daddy Swan, do you know where you got your currency at? Like if it's Exchange of America or eBay or Banknote World or Save Dinar, you could always get it. Like call them or look it up online for your orders. Melinda, I don't believe that. It's whatever rate is on Forex. Like I said, the only possible contract rate is through oil credits. Well, then JD I don't know. If the Zim goes, you would go maybe have to drive somewhere to exchange your Zim. Did you guys like the bank story? I think we're really close, guys. I really do. But I think the Russia, Ukraine thing and the Iran nuclear deal. Listen, I'll be happy with 5 cents. Just change the rate. You know what I mean? Oh, AF, please don't call me Melanie. Please don't call me. I really, like, that is very, very offensive to me. She's a disgrace to the human anything. Everything I was going to do at 5, I've already said. I've already said here. Believe me, she's a person you don't ever want to follow because she'll rip you off and give you BS strategies that are 3 questions and tell you to call the bank and lie to them and say that you have Mexican peso. Don't ever, ever lie to the bank. Ever. You're going to be straight up with the bank. You're going to call. You're going to ask to talk to wealth management or private banking. hey, do you exchange foreign currency? If they say yes, say, okay, I have, foreign currency. I would like to exchange at your bank. Well, what foreign currency do you have? I currently have, say, the Iraq dinar, the Vietnamese dong, and the Indonesian rupiah, and they will talk to you and be like, I would like to come in, set an appointment. I would like to get put on a list, once it hits Forex. I know it's not on Forex yet, but it will be shortly. You want to be very confident when you're talking to these, to the wealth manager or the private banker. You want to be confident, like you want to know your stuff. And if they try to say, oh, it's a scam, well, how is it a scam? So you sold me a scam? Let me talk to your boss. So your CEO is opening banks in Iraq because of a scam. He's doing, working with the Trade Bank of Iraq because it's a scam. Mr. T has invested in it because it's a scam. All these people, really. So say I'm going on vacation. Say I want to go to Iraq, next weekend. I'm not going to be able to buy currency because you're telling me it's a scam. It's a currency. How can a currency be a scam? Well, Mary Yates, if you have thousands of notes, by the way, don't ever tell anybody, guys, what you hold, like how much. And once you exchange, I would keep that private as well. Please like, subscribe, and share. Wilbert, you never want to tell anybody. You just want to have serial numbers. Like say you're exchanging, a million, just for example. That million that you're exchanging that day, I would write the serial numbers for before you go. You just don't want to tell anybody what happened. Like, do you know what I mean? Why aren't you telling your husband, Sally? And I think XRP, by the way, in my opinion, is going to go through the roof. Followed by XLM, XDC. I'm hearing H bar actually now is going to be doing good. Was it worth the wait waiting for me? Oh, did you guys hear how she said? Never mind, let me not. Hi, Maxim. Guys, Maxim is a big time producer. Love you, Max. Look at how I look. Max is the man. Yes, he did, Nancy. Yes, he did. I'm hearing 2 to 7 cents for the Bolivar. Sapphire, I just went over everything. Yeah, everybody say hi to Max. C-Max, everybody loves you. He's my bestie. The Iran nuclear deal. And I think the tariffs that Mr. T is using, he's using as like a bargain chip. But here, let me show you this bank fraud really quick. I find this. This is the person that's giving you financial advice when she doesn't have a license to.
Like this. I can't.
Okay, ready? I love this guy. Follow him, please. It's the Q idiot. Listen.
You know, that idiot channel, who's a self-proclaimed idiot, is you know, back again. But guys, you need to understand.
She's such
I
a
have
liar.
integrity. You can look at my 3,500 videos. That clip that he showed you is out of context.
No, you don't, Mary.
I was decreeing and declaring over everybody that they would get financial miracles, checks coming in the mail, bank errors in their favor.
Follow him.
The woman who is a little upset because she got passed over for promotion. There was two of them. I go in there. I go over to him. He's the only one that's open. And I do my transactions. I have a deposit slip. I haven't used a deposit slip in a while because I do everything mobily. But because I was going in there anyway, I figured I'd do it all at once because I had to withdraw cash. So he's counting out the cash because I deposited the checks because they need to clear, right? And in my money orders, I cashed, right? There was 2 money orders, 2 checks, I think. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point was, he's counting the money out because I'm getting $2,000 plus the money order cash because I don't want to deposit any more money than I have to, right? So he's counting out the money, and he counted out way too much. It was like
This is disgusting.
I swear to God, it reminded me of Kat's story about the money shooting out of the ATM. That's what I felt like sitting there. I'm like, God, this is a miracle. He literally counted out like $2,600 and more, like $2,698, and I'm like,
Look how proud she is that she stole money.
It was $2,698. 16, 1 plus 6 is 7, 9. 25.
Michael
Wait,
James,
twice, 7.
IQD, VND, Indonesia, Iran, possibly Bolivar,
Thank you for watching. I love
and
you. Sorry I couldn't
possibly
really read
Zim.
the chat because I'm on my phone. But thank you for being here at least. And yes, they're all tests to see if you do the right thing.
right at the teller. I mean, with the, I'm sorry, wealth
Yes, in
manager.
that bank story,
Ah,
you have to
Terry
give
Shaw.
the extra money back. No, I don't. No, I don't. Are you kidding me? Please tell us you did the right thing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I'm not going to. Why? Have you ever heard of the term banksters? Right? Do you know how little they pay me on my savings? Do you know how much you're paying in credit card interest right now? So they're raising the interest rates on the credit card, and they're not giving you any. Have they increased your savings rate like they did your debt rate? No. Why? Because they want you with debt and they want you to have no money. Wakey.
Yes, the current at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is going to be redeeming Zim if it changes. Funky or bit.
When you're aware of that, you'll know how to war. And when God gives me a blessing, I take it in Jesus' name. I was not led to do that. I didn't even know the full example when I came home. So if they made a mistake and they find that mistake, they can call me and I'll give it back. But if they don't, it's on them in Jesus' name.
How she
Explain
uses
too much.
God's name in vain is disgusting.
God bless you
Completely.
guys. I'm gonna go because a lot of people's gonna have very different thoughts on this. I don't care. You do with your life what you want to do, but don't criticize the way I do my walk with God. I know from God what I was to do with that, and it was a blessing, and I received it with joy. Right? Amen. No, it won't. Oh God, I'm leaving now. God bless you all. I love you. What he didn't report was the other end of it. I knew they would figure it out. I was busy. It was a complex deposit. They made a mistake. It's not my job to tell the bank what to do. So I left and I said, honey, I think they gave me more money. I didn't even really know the full value of it, but I gave God the credit.
God the credit for stealing.
I wasn't already aware what was going on because I'm very aware. I knew what happened. I knew that it was curious to me how they were going to find it out and figure it out, right? Because we live in crazy times, right? So, so he called me, and he was not clear in his communication at all. I mean, it was Friday afternoon, 4:42. He must have procrastinated that call all day because he had to call the client. Big picture, he had to call me and tell me they were going to take money out of my account because they had made a mistake.
Bulldog 180, she's a big scammer
Which is
that I want you guys to report, please.
They didn't even admit they made the mistake. It had nothing to do with me.
And people are paying her all this money for fraudulent strategies. She's not a financial advisor. She's not a CPA. And she's just ripping people off like crazy.
The whatever your pronoun is, I think you're crazy and you were a self-proclaimed idiot. So leave me the flip alone. I've reported your channel many times.
Report her,
Having said that,
please.
I had to say
Harassment
that
and bullying and
because people are emailing me
misinformation.
that channel going, what is up with this? Because you're new to my channel. You don't know who I am yet. I'm telling you, that was the whole story. God told me to clear that.
Oh, she hates me too, Kelly. Oh, she just wished all kinds of bad things on me again with cancer. I love it. But anyway, so after this, I am no longer speaking of that individual ever again. I just want to let you guys know. That's it. But I had to point all this out because she offended Patriot Girl yesterday, and so did her disgraceful mods. So please, if you see their names, again, it's Sabrina Crockwell, who looks like a very horrendous looking man on steroids, but like very overjuiced, disgusting, and Robert Chandler. Please report them for harassment and bullying. I will no longer talk about her or give my attention to her because she's not worth my time. Anyway, guys, any other questions before I end? But I had to do that. You offend somebody that's like a mother to me, I'm gonna put you out there. And on Frank's channel, I'm sorry. It was on during Frank's YouTube yesterday that they started with her, which was cruel and uncalled for. I know Don, and she says she's a gorgeous woman. Blech. Yeah, so any other questions? I'm weak, Kevin. Weak. I'm having like problems with my diabetes right now. Also, this medication is affecting like everything. Like fluid is building up in my feet. It's just hard. Did you guys enjoy the live stream? And have my back, please. When Moron and her, her clique of people with mental illness talk about me, have my back, please. You guys gonna have my back? Your wife is David Crockwell is already been reported to YouTube. Delete him, block him, please. David Crockwell. Yeah, I did. He's about to get blocked. Shammy, did you block him? Okay. I might do a live Tuesday, guys. Ha ha ha, Don, you're funny. Any last questions, guys? So Robin, that depends on how much currency you have. It depends on which one you're going to work with, private banking or wealth management. But they'll let you know. But when you call to get information, you could talk to either private banker or a wealth manager. Yeah, absolutely, Andrea. I will go live immediately and tell you guys that the rate is on Forex, that it has changed on the CBI and Forex, and like what to do. But be patient. Like once it changes, just be patient, get your thoughts together, just don't rush to the bank immediately, But I'll go through everything with you guys. Last I heard, Michael Nader was doing good. Brandon, you will get the rate that's on Forex. We're trying to get California, New York, Michigan, Ohio. It could change at any time. Just don't listen to those AI videos. They're Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. Thanks, Shammy. Thanks, Patriot Girl. I couldn't come on at 5:30, and you guys all stuck around. Thank you so much. Hello. All right, guys, I'm going to run, okay? It was nice seeing you all, and thank you for being here, and thank you for subscribing. All right, bye. And thanks to my mods. I hope you learned something today and you had your eyes opened. So, yes, Burndy, when it goes on Forex, that's when you call the bank and make an appointment. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye.